every June in the grounds of Windsor Castle. One of the most ancient and visually striking royal ceremonies still takes place. The King, members of the royal family, and some of the most senior figures in British national life parade through Windsor in dark blue velvet robes, plumed hats, glittering insignia, and centuries-old ceremonial dress. This is Garter Day, the annual celebration of the most noble Order of the Garter, the oldest and most senior order of chivalry in Britain. But what actually is the Order of the Garter? Why is it called that? And why does it still matter? Nearly 700 years after it was created, the Order of the Garter was founded by King Edward III in 1348. Edward III was fascinated by the legendary world of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table and wanted to create his own brotherhood of honorable knights. The order was dedicated to St. George, England's patron saint, and its spiritual home became St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, where its banners and ceremonial traditions are still preserved today. So from the very beginning, the Order of the Garter was both a royal honor and a sacred community. Of all our ceremonies, dating from the long-distant past, this is perhaps the most splendid. A glimpse of the 14th century, when the order is thought to have originated, a reminder of our heritage. Over the past 600 years, the name is the part that tends to raise eyebrows. Why would Britain's highest order of chivalry be named after a garter? The most famous legend says that a lady's garter slipped during a court occasion. As others laughed, Edward III picked it up and declared, "Shame on him who thinks evil of it." That phrase became the order's motto, and it may be more legend than fact. But the symbolism has endured. The garter itself became a badge of honor, worn as part of the order's insignia, and the motto appears around the famous garter emblem. Membership of the order is extremely limited. Traditionally, it consists of the sovereign, the Prince of Wales, and a small number of knights and ladies' companion. Since the 19th century, the core number of companions has been fixed at 25, though additional members can include royal knights and ladies. This means the order is not like a normal honor that can be widely awarded, and it is entirely in the gift of the sovereign. Its members have included prime ministers, military leaders, senior royals, and foreign heads of state. But the thread running through the order is always the same: service, loyalty, and distinction at the very highest level. Garter Day usually centers on a procession in service at Windsor Castle. Members wear the order's distinctive dark blue velvet mantles, white plumed hats, and insignia. The annual procession is one of the most traditional events in the royal calendar, with members walking to St. George's Chapel for the service. Inside the chapel, each knight or lady has a stall. Above it may hang their banner, crest, and heraldic achievements during their lifetime. Their stall plate remains permanently, creating a physical record of centuries of members. So what is the Order of the Garter? It is a royal honor, a chivalric order, a religious foundation, a pageant of monarchy, and one of the oldest surviving traditions in British public life. To modern eyes, it can look like pure spectacle: velvet robes, feathered hats, and heraldic banners. But beneath the pageantry is a nearly 700-year-old story about loyalty, service, and continuity. From Edward III's medieval court to Windsor Castle today, and that is why every year, when the order processes through Windsor, it is not simply a royal ceremony. It is history still, walking